It's the Chicago Cubs going up against the New York Mets. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. John Shambi along with Chris Singleton. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Well, it's a lot to ask a team to come back from down 2-0, but it's been done before, and I know they're not lacking in confidence even in this tough situation, but it all starts with getting off to a good start in this one.
And when you're the team that holds the 2-0 edge in a 5-game series, you want to end the series right now.
Absolutely. Avoid any drama or doubt and finish the job.
Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. So almost ready to get underway. And on the hill, Clay Holmes.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count. And to opposite guys, be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
That one ripped, but foul. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Siri pulls it down, one down. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. But when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. Gone. That one made it to the upper tank. A solo shot. His 6th of the series. It's 1-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Just missed. Tucker measures 6 feet 4 inches. A career batting average over 325. And he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. There's the strike, 95 of that one.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Next offering upstairs.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Hard hit, right side. Toss to Alonso, and Tucker is retired.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
2 down, bases empty. And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
runner at second, 2 down. And here comes Dansby Swanson. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one's back. And gone! It's their second home run of the inning, and they add on. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Two outs, nobody on. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, Carson.
So up now
Kelly.
for Chicago, Carson Kelly. And that one misses up and in. And that is ball 1. Already 3 runs across in the frame here in game 3 of the NLDS. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So here's Horner now. Up and in, ball 1.
1-0.
Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Belichick swing at the 1-1. Look down to first, and yes, he offered at it. And that one ripped to left. It drops in, gets away a little bit. Runner from second crosses the plate, and it's 4-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
First and second, 2 outs. John Birdie at the plate. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Siri sizes this one up. He's got it. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is the National League Division Series on the show. Back here in Queens. And the pitcher for this one, Matthew Boyd.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Starling Marte leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at-bat, one by one, and try to push the runs across as often as possible. Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
0-1.
1 out, bases empty. That misses, and the count is 1-1. That to right. Tucker makes the grab. 2 down. Let's check out their lineup for this must-win contest. And singing, their production in the postseason has been underwhelming.
It's usually not great to have your whole team below the Mendoza line, Boog. These bats have been ice cold, and if they don't want their season to end in disappointment, they're going to need to make some noise in this ball game.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Juan Soto. And first offering is fouled off. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. They're down 4-0. Third game of the division series. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Kelly Sullivan. Holmes back to work. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Henderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship. Sullivan stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
Line drive to short and caught.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
2 down, base is empty. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Swing and a ground ball. Handles, throws to first, and Tucker is retired. That's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead 4-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
And that drops in for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Pete Alonso in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Alonso went deep in his most recent game.
Yeehaw! 1-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Kicks and fires. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace, it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Strike 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 out, space is empty. On the ground to the left. Swanson sends it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Mets go down quickly. They trail it here 4-0. Top half of the third inning in half up to hit.
Number 8,
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper is looking for him to give him a little bit of length.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A massive home run. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. The hard sinker can be a pretty tough pitch because of the late life and movement, but somehow he got the barrel to that pitch, stayed through it. Really nice job of staying on the backside until it was time to transfer that weight, and a really nice home run.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. He's already homered in this game. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
You know, these Cubs doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Siri brings it in, and there's one down.
now batting. The first
So
baseman,
digging in, Michael Busch. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Well struck right field. That one hops against the fence. And he's got a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Clay Holmes done for the afternoon, and he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Griffin
the New York
Cannon
Mets.
will take over here.
Well, they
Number
need someone to
46.
stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Carson Kelly, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that is downstairs. 1-0.
No strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first. And there's 2 away.
The batter number 2, second baseman, Nico.
Here's Nico Horner.
Horner.
Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Back there. That's not coming back. That'll fire up the dugout. Second home run of the inning for him. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 7-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Now the third baseman, John Birdie. Fly to center his first time. And there's a hit. And that extends the inning.
The batter, the center fielder, Kelly Sullivan.
Here's a big power threat. Kelly Sullivan, 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
That's out to center field. Siri in position. drops into the glove, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-0. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. Back here at Citi Field, here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now Francisco Alvarez. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Ball.
Check swing, but he went too far. And that's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. 2 away down.
Batting ninth, the center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Jose Siri up now for the Mets. That one a little bit high. Ball 1. Siri launched a homer in his most recent game. Fastball for a strike. And that one wrapped foul. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. They continue to trail 7-0. On to the 4th. Now the Cubs catcher, Cody Sullivan. Line drive, caught.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
And the batter now, Kyle Tucker. He's grounded out a couple of times. Canning measures 6 feet 2 inches, 28 years old, and he won a Gold Glove in the shortened 2020 season. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He circles the bases. His 2nd home run of the series. It's 8-0. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
That was quite the home run, Siggy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
1 out, base is empty. Next to hit, Ian Happ. He's already homered here in this one. Just missed. And that one almost got him. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it gets by him. Makes the turn and heads for second. Happ on his way to third. The relay in there safely.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one. One away with a runner at third here in game 3 of the NLDS. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-1.
Line drive. Makes the grab for the second out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit.
The first baseman, Michael Bush.
That one the other way. And a base hit. In comes the run from third to add on. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, no one left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Cubs 9 and the Mets nothing. Bottom of the 4th, now it's the DH, Starling Marte.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, these Mets, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
The 0-2. Right side, hard hit. Fires over to first. Marte retired.
The batter, number 1, second baseman,
Jeff McNeil stands in. He's 0 for 1.
You know, Boog, the true measure of a team usually reveals itself in these moments. Is this offense going to roll over, or will they fight back to keep their season alive? It's not going to be easy, but I want to see them compete until the final out. Their fans definitely deserve it. You know, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
There's a swing and a drive. Back there. Into the bullpen and gone. He sends it out of here. And they're on the scoreboard. It's 9-1.
That gives this offense something to celebrate for the first time in this one. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And now it's Mark Vientos. High fly ball down the left field line. Happ on his horse. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Right through there for a strike. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one blasted deep to right. This one's got a chance. Tattooed to Tater Town and gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's 9-2.
Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 0 for 1, he struck out swinging last time. On the ground. Corner over to first. Out. And that takes care of Alonso. And the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's now a 9-2 ball game. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Paul Blackburn. Now it'll be the Cubs DH. Carson Kelly, 1 for 2.
58. Paul Blackburn.
On the ground to third. Vientos whips it to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Up next for the Cubs, the second baseman, Nico Horner.
And next for the Cubs, Nico Horner. Short hop liner, handled it short. Jumps, throws, and very nicely done for the out. Two down, bases empty. And stepping in is the speedy John Birdie. Just off the inside edge. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. David Peterson getting ready to go. And that one hammered way back there. And it's gone. He made him pay for that one. And they add to the lead. It's 10-2.
That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
And here is Kelly Sullivan. That catches the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Just missed.
That's the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that's ripped into left. Base hit.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Cody Sullivan.
Cody Sullivan, the next Cub to hit. Outside with a breaking ball. Sullivan
1-0.
went deep twice in his last game. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And it hits the fence. Coming home. Safe. And it's 11-2. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit. And that is out of play. Runner at second, 2 down. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 13-2.
Now he's just showing off out there, and who can blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat, watch it go a long way. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Paul Blackburn out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Left-hander out of the bullpen, David Peterson.
Number 23.
So 2 away with nobody on. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ. Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Swanson digs in. In the air, left field. Nimmo has it sized up and makes the grab. And that is that. Third game of the division series. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Nimmo batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. And that one fouled off.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Alvarez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Next offering is in for a strike.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
The Mets with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and misses. And he strikes out the side for the 3rd time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound. About to get on your bumper. Shorty that's with me, go shoot like a jumper. Rounds get the rain and go boom like a thunder.
All set for the top of the 6th. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. Peterson back to work. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day. So man aboard, and here's the DH for the Cubs, Carson Kelly. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Siri hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now that second baseman, Nico.
Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Action in the Mets bullpen. Jose Buto getting loose out there. Nunez getting cranked up as well. Ground ball left side. On to first. That's the second out. Here's the third baseman, John Birdie.
John Birdie.
Swing and a base hit. Bush around third. He will score, and it's an RBI single, and the lead continues to grow, and his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Now here is Kelly Sullivan, and that one a little below the knees, and that's ball one. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Siri racing over to make the catch. One run, a pair of hits, no errors, and one left on. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. The Cubs lead this one 14-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, Jose Siri. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. His second homer of this series. It's 14-3.
They wasted no time in that at bat. Swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
So the lineup flips over. Starling Marte up to hit. That one to first. Bush tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag. One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. Out to short, Swanson. Zips it to first. He's out.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Two outs, base is empty. And now it's Juan Soto. First pitch just misses. Two outs.
Drive.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Liner, base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. On the ground, right side, Horner. Tosses to first. That's the third out. Inning over.
Them don't know me, word to Romy and Naomi. Opinionated, opinions hated. Breaking down the youngin' what I owed him. Trying to fit into an aura that I'm molded.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Cody Sullivan. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. Into the Big Apple seats and gone. Wow. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. It's 15-3. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Now here is Kyle Tucker. And that's way high, and it's 1-0. Peterson, in his 6th season, he features a sinker, a four-seamer, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. This one smoked on its way out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they tack one on the board. It's 16-3.
Wow, he's putting on an absolute show in this one, and there's no better time than the postseason to go off at the plate like this. I mean, a 3-homer game, always special, but pulling it off in October during the biggest.
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Dedniel Nunez. He has a great slider with tons of movement. We're back. We're at the top of the 8th. So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
1-0.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Birdie.
John Birdie, the next Cub to hit. That misses the zone. 1-0. Nobody out. Runner at first. Right side. Soto sizing this one up. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kelly Sullivan.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Kelly Sullivan. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
Right through there for a strike. When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third, and he held up. And down on strikes he goes. 2 down.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
And now Cody Sullivan. Popped in the air, left side. Alvarez has this one sized up. Makes the grab, and that is that. Back here in Queens, here's Starling Marte.
The designated hitter, Starling Marte.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there, kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tyson Miller done for the day, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. Julian Merriweather taking over on the mound.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And now it's going to be Jeff McNeil. Marte aboard here at first with nobody out. And that's in for a strike.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Struck him out looking.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
So up next, Juan Soto. Top of the zone for a called strike. He swings and fouls one off. Man at first, one away. Next pitch is outside.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And now 2 gone.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Vientos stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Hit hard, base hit. Happ fires it in. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Alonso.
So 2 down. Here's Pete Alonso. 0 for 3 in this one. Foul ball. That one hammered but pulled foul. Ball 1 there. Next one misses. 2-2.
2-2.
Good job to fight that one off. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. This one pretty well decided at this point. On to the 9th now in Game 3. The Cubbies out in front 16-3.
Now pitching.
Back now and on the mound the closer Edwin Diaz.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
And up next for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. And a chance to make some history here, Chris.
Yeah, he's homered 3 times so far, and now he gets another chance, at least we think. We'll see if the pitcher gives him anything to hit. It's so rare to see a 3-homer performance, but even more special for that player to get another chance at the plate to do it again for 4.
And that's way high. Ball 1. Diaz, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a 2-seamer. And there's a fly ball deep right field onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Siri in position. Snags it for the second out.
The batter, number 7. Shortstop,
Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory. Back here at Citi Field, so bottom of the 9th, and stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. Merriweather back to work, and that's in there at the knees for a strike. And it's fouled away.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. So digging in, Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 3.
Nimmo.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. Good eye right there.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. And that one is in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Breaking ball misses down and away. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of Game 3. They're down to their final strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball. Full count.
The Mets down to their final strike. And that's it. They're moving on to the National League Championship Series.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.